Have you ever thought that something as simple as how you wash could actually add years to your life? Most of us think we've got hygiene figured out. Brush your teeth, take a shower, maybe a little lotion here and there. But what if I told you that you're probably ignoring 5 key areas of your body that, if cleaned properly, could dramatically improve your energy, immune system, and even your mood? This isn't about fancy routines or expensive products. It's about 5 overlooked habits that take just minutes a day, but can quietly transform how you feel, how you move, and how you age. I didn't always believe this myself until I started doing them. And now I can't imagine going a day without it. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, I want you to stay with me, because what I'm about to share could be one of the most impactful shifts you make for your long-term health. Let's get into it. 1. Tongue cleaning, reviving taste and strengthening immunity. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly tasted your food? I'm not talking about just chewing and swallowing. I mean really experiencing the flavors of your morning coffee, the sweetness of fruit, the richness of a home-cooked meal. If it's been a while, don't worry, you're not alone. But here's the surprising part. The problem might not be your taste buds. It might be your tongue. You see, for years, I thought brushing my teeth twice a day meant I had oral hygiene handled. And like most people, I never gave much thought to my tongue. But once I learned what was actually happening on the surface of it, I realized I'd been missing a key piece of the puzzle. Your tongue is more than just a muscle for speaking and eating. It's a living ecosystem. At any given time, it can be home to over 700 types of bacteria. Some of them are good, supporting digestion and oral balance. But many others, not so helpful. When left alone, these bacteria mix with leftover food, dead cells, and mucus to create a thin, sticky coating that clings to the surface of your tongue. It's invisible to the eye, but the effects are anything but. That film on your tongue can be responsible for more than just bad breath. It can dull your ability to taste, increase your risk of gum disease, and even allow harmful bacteria to enter your bloodstream, especially as we age and the tissues in our mouth become more sensitive. Studies have linked poor tongue hygiene to heart disease, respiratory infections, and complications with diabetes. That sounds dramatic, I know, but it's real. Now here's the good news. Cleaning your tongue takes less than 3 minutes a day, and the difference it makes can be remarkable. I started using a tongue scraper, a simple little tool you can find at any drugstore, or you can even use the bristles of your toothbrush if that's more convenient. Every morning before breakfast, I stand in front of the mirror, stick out my tongue, and gently scrape from the back toward the front. 3 or 4 light passes, nothing forceful, just enough to lift away that invisible layer. I rinse, and I'm done. I repeat the same routine before bed, a bit more gently since the tongue can be more sensitive at the end of the day. The results? Within 2 weeks, I noticed my food started tasting richer, sharper, more vibrant. It was like someone turned the lights back on in my mouth. But beyond that, I felt fresher. My breath was better, sure, but I also felt more energized. And I'm not the only one. One of my neighbors, Linda, she's 67, told me that after just a month of tongue cleaning, her dentist noticed less plaque, healthier gums, and she could finally enjoy her morning fruit salad again. Another friend, Theodore, had struggled with chronic bad breath for years. He brushed and flossed religiously, but nothing worked until he started cleaning his tongue. 2 weeks later, the problem vanished. You should have seen the confidence in his smile. And look, I get it. If you've never done this before, it might feel awkward. You might have a sensitive gag reflex. That's okay. Start slow. Begin at the middle of your tongue and work your way back as your comfort level grows. But please, don't overlook this. Your tongue isn't just part of your mouth. It's a gateway to your entire body. Keeping it clean is one of the easiest ways to support your immune system, improve your digestion, and reconnect with one of life's greatest pleasures, the joy of taste. 2. Foot care, protecting your balance and independence. Now let's talk about something most of us ignore until it becomes a problem: our feet. It might sound simple, but the way you care for your feet can be the difference between staying active and confident or losing your balance and independence as you age. You might not notice it right away, but the signs creep in slowly. Stiffness, dry skin, that small ache when you walk down the stairs. I've seen it happen more times than I can count. The truth is, our feet are some of the hardest working parts of our body, and yet they often get the least attention. Each of your feet contains 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. That's a quarter of all the bones in your body, and they support you every step, every day. But here's what most people don't realize. Neglecting basic foot hygiene, like properly washing and drying your feet, can increase your risk of infections, poor circulation, and even falls. Now, I know what you're thinking. I wash my feet every time I shower. But let me ask you this. Do you actually clean them? Or do you just let the water run over them? There's a big difference. I learned this the hard way a few years ago when my friend Thomas, 73 years old and as sharp as ever, started feeling off balance. At first, he blamed it on age. But when he visited the doctor, they found a mild fungal infection between his toes, something he didn't even notice. It had affected his comfort, his walking, and his confidence, all from not thoroughly washing and drying his feet. Here's what proper foot care looks like. Take a few minutes each day, ideally in the evening when you're winding down. Sit somewhere safe, a shower chair, the edge of the tub, or even with a basin of warm water. Use a soft washcloth and mild soap, and gently scrub the tops, soles, and sides of each foot. Don't forget between the toes. That's where moisture and bacteria love to hide. When you're done, rinse thoroughly, then take your time drying. Think of it like drying a wine glass. You want to get every corner, especially between the toes. Damp skin is a breeding ground for fungus, especially if you wear socks or shoes most of the day. If your skin feels dry or cracked, use a small amount of moisturizer, but only on the top and bottom of your feet. Never apply lotion between your toes. Too much moisture in that area can cause more harm than good. And just like checking the oil in your car, give your feet a quick inspection each day. Look for any new spots, changes in color, swelling, or small cuts that won't heal. These can be early signs of circulation issues, infections, or even diabetes-related complications. One small habit I picked up is taking 5 minutes in the morning, before I even put on my socks, to gently stretch and massage my feet. It wakes up the muscles, improves circulation, and reminds me that this foundation is what carries me through the day. You don't need expensive tools or a trip to the spa. You just need attention and consistency. When Thomas finally committed to a daily routine of washing and checking his feet, not only did the infection clear up, but his balance improved. His walks became more steady, and he felt more secure doing things he'd started to avoid, like taking the stairs or walking down to the mailbox. Remember this: caring for your feet isn't vanity. It's about freedom. It's about keeping your independence, your mobility, and your peace of mind. Because when your feet feel good, your whole body moves with more confidence. 3. Armpit Care. Supporting your body's natural detox system. Let's move to a place we rarely think much about, but absolutely should: your armpits. Most people only pay attention to their underarms when it comes to body odor. A quick swipe of deodorant and we call it a day. But what if I told you your armpits actually play a powerful role in your body's natural detox process, that they're connected to your immune system in a way most people completely overlook? Here's the truth. Underneath the surface of your underarms lies a cluster of small but mighty lymph nodes. These nodes are part of your body's filtration system. They help clear out waste, toxins, and fight infections. But when the skin in that area is clogged with sweat, bacteria, dead skin, or residue from deodorants and antiperspirants, it can slow down that process, just like trying to drink through a straw that's partially blocked. As we get older, this becomes even more important. Our skin naturally becomes thinner and more delicate. The immune system works a little slower, and if you've ever experienced underarm irritation, rashes, redness, tenderness, you know how uncomfortable it can be. But more importantly, it may be your body signaling that something's off. The good news is, supporting your underarms doesn't require anything fancy, just awareness and a bit of care. Start in the shower. Use warm water to open up the skin and help soften any buildup. Then take a soft washcloth or sponge, nothing too rough, and gently clean the area using small circular motions. Don't scrub hard. You're not trying to peel paint off a wall. Think of it more like polishing a crystal glass. Gentle but thorough. Then switch it up. Clean side to side, up and down, making sure to reach the folds of skin where sweat and product can hide. Rinse well. Really well. Any leftover soap or residue can dry out the skin or even cause itching later in the day. When you step out of the shower, don't just towel off in a rush. Take a clean part of the towel and gently pat your armpits dry. Don't rub. Rubbing can create micro tears in the skin, especially as it becomes thinner with age. And tiny tears are exactly where bacteria love to sneak in. Once the area is completely dry, give your skin a moment before applying any deodorant. Let it breathe. Let the skin settle. That extra 30 seconds of air can make a big difference, especially if you've ever dealt with underarm sensitivity. Let me tell you a quick story. Olivia, a retired teacher I met during a wellness workshop, had dealt with recurring armpit rashes for years. She'd switched brands, tried different sprays. Nothing seemed to work. But the real change came when she adjusted how she washed. She switched to a gentle soap, spent a bit more time rinsing thoroughly, and started drying with care. Within 2 weeks, the redness disappeared, and she told me, "It wasn't about what I was using. It was about how I was treating the skin." And there's one more reason to care about this: lymphatic flow. When your underarms are clean and free of buildup, those lymph nodes under the surface can do their job more efficiently. You might not feel it instantly, but over time, people report feeling more energized, less weighed down, and yes, even smelling fresher naturally. Clean skin isn't just about appearances, it's about performance. How well your body does its job behind the scenes. So the next time you reach for that deodorant, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, have I really given this part of my body the attention it deserves? A few extra seconds of care could mean a stronger immune system, healthier skin, and a more confident, comfortable you. 4. Nose care. Clearer breathing, deeper sleep, better days breathing. It's the most natural thing we do, about 20,000 times a day without even thinking. But here's the question. When was the last time you paid attention to how well you breathe? For many older adults, the answer is usually only when it becomes a problem. Whether it's a stuffy nose, constant sneezing, dry air, or just never feeling like you're getting a full breath, these small annoyances can quietly steal your energy, your focus, and your sleep. But it doesn't have to be that way. Your nose isn't just a passageway for air, it's your body's first line of defense. Every single day it filters out dust, pollen, bacteria, and all kinds of invisible particles you'd never want inside your lungs. Think of it like your home's air filter. You wouldn't leave that thing clogged for months, right? Your nose needs the same kind of care, especially as you get older. I'll be honest, I never used to do anything for my nose except blow it when I had a cold. But then I met James, a retired construction worker in his 60s. He told me that for years he'd been waking up tired and congested, thinking it was just part of aging. But after he started a simple nasal cleansing routine, he said it was like flipping a switch. He could finally breathe deeply again, and more importantly, he was finally sleeping through the night. So what changed? It starts with something incredibly simple: rinsing. Just a splash of warm water in the morning around your nostrils can help flush away the mucus, dust, and particles that build up overnight. But if you want to go a step further, and I highly recommend it, try using a saline spray or nasal rinse. It's like a gentle shower for your nose. No burning, no harsh chemicals, just salt water. You can find them at any drugstore. And for those who need a deeper clean, there's the neti pot. I know it looks odd at first, a little teapot for your nose. But once you try it, you'll wonder why you waited so long. It helps clear out your sinuses, relieve pressure, and reduce sneezing or allergy symptoms. Many people report better breathing within minutes, and it's completely natural. Now, here's something important. How you blow your nose matters. Most of us were never taught this, but blowing too hard, especially with both nostrils pinched, can actually push mucus further up into your sinuses and make things worse. Instead, gently blow one nostril at a time. Then wash your hands right away. If you're dealing with dry air, especially in winter or in air-conditioned rooms, your nasal passages can start to crack or feel irritated. I found that applying a tiny bit of natural oil, like coconut or vitamin E oil, inside the nostrils with a clean cotton swab can soothe and moisturize the area safely. Let me share one more story. Bella, a 76-year-old gardener I met at a senior wellness center, told me she used to wake up feeling like her head was full of cement. Every spring, her allergies flared up and mornings were miserable. Now, she uses a saline rinse every night before bed and keeps a humidifier by her bedside. I breathe better, sleep better, and my headaches are gone, she said. It's the smallest thing I've ever done with the biggest results. That's the power of caring for something we take for granted, our breath. When you breathe clearly, your brain gets more oxygen, your sleep deepens, your energy returns. You feel more like yourself again. So tonight, when you're brushing your teeth or washing your face, take an extra 30 seconds for your nose. Rinse gently. Breathe deeply. Let your body do what it was designed to do, protect and refresh you with every breath. 5th, belly button care. A hidden spot that deserves more love. Now let's talk about a body part you probably haven't thought about in years, your belly button. Most of us barely give it a second glance. It's just there. A quiet little dimple on our abdomen. But believe it or not, your belly button can tell you more about your hygiene and even your health than you might expect. Here's what I didn't know until recently. Your belly button is actually one of the dirtiest places on your body. That tiny little spot is a warm, dark, often moist environment, and that makes it a perfect hiding place for bacteria, sweat, dead skin cells, and even lint from your clothes. Over time, if it's not cleaned properly, that buildup can lead to irritation, strange smells, or even infections. Now, I know this sounds dramatic. I mean, it's just your belly button, right? But let me tell you about Helen, a retired nurse I met at a wellness fair. She's 75, healthy, sharp as a tack. One day during a checkup, her doctor noticed a bit of redness around her navel. Turns out she had a mild infection simply because she'd never cleaned that area properly. She told me, "I spent my entire career caring for others, and I completely forgot to care for something as small as this." That stuck with me. The truth is, as we get older, our skin changes. It becomes thinner, drier, more sensitive. Our immune system slows down just a bit, which means even minor bacterial buildup, like what can collect inside your belly button, can create problems faster than it used to. The good news, cleaning your belly button is quick, easy, and takes less than a minute. Just include it in your normal shower routine. Use a soft washcloth with warm water and a mild soap. Gently wrap the cloth around your index finger and clean inside your navel with slow, careful movements. Think of it like washing the inside of a delicate teacup. You want to be gentle but thorough. If your belly button is deeper or more recessed, try leaning forward slightly as you clean. This helps water flow out instead of pooling inside, which can leave behind moisture. And after you're done, be sure to pat it completely dry with a clean towel. If you want to go the extra mile, you can use a cotton swab dipped in warm water or mild alcohol-free cleanser. Then follow up with a dry swab to make sure no dampness lingers. One woman I spoke with, Jane, 78 years old, told me she used to notice a faint, musty smell on her clothes, but she could never figure out where it came from. Once she started gently cleaning her belly button every day, not only did the smell vanish, but the skin around her stomach felt smoother, less irritated. "It was like I rediscovered a part of myself I forgot was there," she said. And if you have a belly button piercing, even one that's healed years ago, it still needs attention. Jewelry can trap bacteria and moisture just as easily. Just take an extra few seconds to clean around it and dry thoroughly. Now, of course, there are times when your belly button might need medical attention. If you ever notice redness that doesn't go away, a strange discharge, itching, or pain, don't ignore it. Especially for those with diabetes or compromised immune systems, a small infection can grow quickly. When in doubt, get it checked. But for most people, this is one of the easiest hygiene upgrades you can make. It's a small act of care for a part of your body that's quietly been with you since the day you were born. And the benefits go beyond cleanliness. There's something empowering about taking care of yourself in these quiet, overlooked ways. It reminds you that your body matters. All of it. Every inch. So tomorrow morning, when you're washing up, don't skip it. That little spot you've forgotten for years might just be the missing piece in feeling a little cleaner, a little healthier, and a lot more whole. Small habits, big difference, so there you have it. 5 small, often forgotten parts of your body: your tongue, your feet, your underarms, your nose, and your belly button. They may seem simple, ordinary even. But when you care for them with just a few minutes each day, something extraordinary happens. You start feeling lighter, fresher, more alive. Your food tastes better. Your breathing deepens. Your sleep improves. And maybe most important of all, you start to feel connected to yourself again. Not just the outside, but the inside too. You see, getting older doesn't mean giving up on feeling good. It doesn't mean we stop taking care of ourselves. In fact, this stage of life might be the most important time to show our bodies some extra love, because every little act of self-care is a reminder: I still matter, my health still matters, and I still have the power to change. So I have a question for you. Which of these 5 habits are you going to start with? Maybe it's tongue scraping tomorrow morning, or giving your feet a proper wash tonight. Maybe it's pausing for an extra breath. Whatever it is, start small, but start today. And if you found something helpful in this video, even just one tip, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know what you're going to try first. You never know. Your comment might inspire someone else watching right now. If this video resonated with you, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with a friend, or subscribing so you don't miss out on more advice designed just for you. Thank you for spending this time with me. I don't take it lightly. Your health, your attention, and your journey matter. Now more than ever, take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.